Hello and welcome Universe Mode. This is ECW. You can count down the hours at this point to the Royal Rumble because we are getting ever so close to it and the hype continues to grow with every passing day. Just a few days from now, ECW could have a main event guaranteed at WrestleMania, one that is certainly deserving to go to a certain person by the name of Seth Rollins. But before we can get to any of talking about the Royal Rumble, we've got to get through the matches tonight, and there are a lot of big matches. 2 title matches for you here tonight, and the rest of the match itself, the rest of the match cards themselves are stacked. You see the first title match there, and it's looking like a big one, I know. The ECW Tag Team titles will be up for grabs. The 4 Horsemen the 4 Horsemen will challenge ECW Tag Team Champions, the Authors of Pain, in their first title defense since winning those belts. Can the Authors of Pain overcome their number 1 contenders who they laid out last week on ECW, or will the 4 Horsemen bring home their first bit of gold in a long time, and will Apollo Crews and Roderick Strong be able to work together to topple the ginormous duo that Paul Ellering is the leader of? We'll see about that, but there is more to get to tonight, including this big match here. It was supposed to happen last week, got thrown out to the window, but instead we're going to get it again tonight. Samoa Joe and AJ Styles one-on-one. Joe, of course, wanted to take on the winner of Styles and Seth Rollins one-on-one last week, but a certain Drew McIntyre played spoiler in that. McIntyre will be in action tonight, but so long as we get Joe and Styles one-on-one, that much is a guarantee. But tonight's main event is where it is all about. We have heard the talk from both sides. We have seen the conflict from both sides, and tonight it will be resolved in the main event. The Cruiserweight Championship is up for grabs. The greatest man that ever lived, Austin Aries, looking for the Cruiserweight Championship once more, while the king of the Cruiserweights, Neville, looks to hold on to the gold that he believes remains rightfully his, and no one can take from him. It's going to be a great night of action, and we're going to kick things off. We're going to kick things off with a Battle Royal, but apparently not, because that's Drew McIntyre coming towards the ring. Well, here he comes towards the ring, and once again he is not looking in the best of moods. Drew McIntyre got himself involved in that triple threat last week through his own ways, and he headed out of it the winner as well, all things considered to him. But now McIntyre looks ready to have some words with this crowd here in Newark. Just a few days before his fatal 4-way match for the ECW Championship, McIntyre is talking about last week. He proved everyone wrong. He told everyone he was going to win. He told everyone that you don't overlook Drew McIntyre for a reason, and he showed it. When Samoa Joe and AJ Styles were left down on the mat, the point was proved. And the next point goes out to Seth Rollins. You wanted him to tear apart everyone last week. You got your wish. But this Sunday, he'll tear apart you, and he's going to make sure to do it at 100%. What? Excuse you, Drew McIntyre. Who gave you permission to suddenly not want to compete anymore? Drew McIntyre trying to stand on his own 2 feet, telling Seth Rollins that we can go stick tonight's match against Aleister Black where the sun don't shine. If you want Drew McIntyre, we'll get him this Sunday in the Royal Rumble. And if you want to deal with Drew McIntyre, well, we can get to negotiations after he wins that ECW Championship. Some gall on McIntyre. You win one match and suddenly you think you're a star. You win one match and suddenly you think you're better than everyone else. He is treading a fine line heading into that fatal 4-way this Sunday. Because while Joe and Styles have respect for each other, Drew McIntyre hates everyone, and there is a part of me that wants Drew McIntyre to be public enemy number 1 in that match. Well, I'll tell you what, I don't really know what to make of what Drew McIntyre just did there. He just walked out on ECW. I mean, what do I do? If he wants to be like that, then yeah, go ahead and be the opposite of what you claimed yourself to be when you came to ECW. Sure, just you keep doing you, because you're doing a great job of it, Drew McIntyre. Your time will come this Sunday. We'll deal with you this Sunday. Don't you worry. Before we can talk about that, we'll move on. We'll move on to what we got right now, which is a 10-man battle royal. The 10 men involved in the Royal Rumble, who will be representing ECW this Sunday, going to go at it in this ring here tonight to kick things off. I said we were going big. I wasn't lying. So yeah, all 10 are going to be in the ring. Jericho. What is it? Jericho, Ambrose, Sheamus, Naito, Michaels, Corbin, Ciampa, Callihan. How have I blanked on someone? But I have. Did I say Corbin? Probably. Rich Swann, that's one. And Braun Strowman. Those are the 10 men who will be representing ECW in the Royal Rumble this Sunday. We have got a strong chance of winning it, I have to be fair, but Raw's also come up with some big dogs in themselves, as we saw in the 8-man Battle Royal that main evented Raw this past Monday or Tuesday. But we're going one up on them with 10, because we're like that, we're stubborn. Jericho was the first man to be chosen. He was the first man to be given a Rumble spot in this year's Royal Rumble. I think last year I incorrectly said it was last week I think I said it was Dean Ambrose. It's Chris Jericho. Dean Ambrose was second, but this is going to be an interesting 1 year between these 10 men involved. Ambrose looking geared up and ready here. The Lunatic Fringe has been chomping at the bit to get himself in, and some people want Dean Ambrose to win this one. Some people believe that Dean Ambrose can bring out a win from under the bag and head on to the main event of WrestleMania to take on his former Shield brother in Seth Rollins. I think Dean Ambrose would have one hell of a mountain to climb if that was the case. No disrespect to Ambrose, but it has been a long time since he was in his heyday, shall we say. Here comes, meanwhile, someone who could make the Royal Rumble a stand-up performance for them. A member of the Four Horsemen who, unlike his fellow compatriot Apollo Crews, has yet to really show his worth, yet to really stand out, but he's looking to try and get this bit by bit as Rich Swann here comes towards the ring. Swann will of course be in the ring with his Four Horsemen teammate as well in Chris Jericho, the leader of the Four Horsemen, and I believe the youngest member of the Four Horsemen are going to be meeting up in this one, so it should be very interesting. We've also got an older member, the former member of the Four Horsemen in Baron Corbin in this matchup as well, so it should be very interesting indeed. A lot of Four Horsemen action going on in this one. But Swann, like I said, he's yet to really stand out in the whole Four Horsemen side of things. Maybe this Sunday at the Rumble he could put on a stellar performance and get something going for him. The Rumble has had a past of getting some names that you wouldn't expect to put on a star performance, i.e. last year's winner, Tyler Breeze, from number 18 to the main event of WrestleMania. Pretty damn good if I do say so myself. Here comes a man who won't care about whatever number he gets. He's going in with one intention in mind. That is to beat up anyone in his path. It is going to be the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus. Qualified 2 weeks ago, I believe, by beating... Oh, God, I don't remember who he beat. I actually can't remember who he beat. That's pretty bad on my behalf. I feel like it was a Cruserweight anyway. But anyway, there is Sheamus heading towards the ring. He looks determined and ready and focused as always as the Celtic Warrior. Like I said, the number to Sheamus is pretty irrelevant. He just wants to go in there and beat up whoever gets in his way. That is Sheamus's MO every night he's in action, and it will certainly be Sheamus's MO at the Rumble. If Sheamus ain't going in it to win it, he's going in it to hurt a lot of people and to make sure that people remember who he is. Apologies for this, I just got word from the back that... Oh no. We're going backstage. Braun Strowman. That's all I have to say. Oh God. Oh no, of course. Both these men were due to be in the Battle Royal, but I don't think either of them are going to be here. Braun Strowman backstage with Sami Callihan, and he's throwing him around. Callihan voiced his disapproval last week in the locker room about Strowman's attack on Bobby Roode, and now Strowman is letting him know what he thinks about it. Strowman is letting him know how he feels, but Callahan's fighting back here. No way will the Callihan Death Machine ever give in to a fight, but Strowman's gonna make him give in to him. Just throwing him around here into everything he can find. Boxes, whatever there is around the arena right now, Callihan is going careening into it. Oh, hell no. Oh, no, Strowman, you can... They're brawling my office now. What the hell are you? What are you doing in here? Strowman, get out! Strowman and Callihan are now taking it into my general manager's office. Strowman with Callihan in his clutches. No. Strowman put him down. Strowman running power slam to Callihan. Oh, come on, man. All he did was say that what you did was bad. He didn't do anything against you. He didn't try to attack you. There's no need for this, Strowman. Strowman, no. Strowman, don't. Braun Strowman with Callihan up and down with a power bomb onto the table, onto my table. Bobby Roode last week, Sami Callihan tonight. That's another one down and out. That's a Royal Rumble participant left broken at the hands of Braun Strowman, and he seems awfully proud of himself. Strowman's going alone. The monster among men is on a warpath this Sunday in the Royal Rumble. Oh God, we need some help for Callihan right now. What? Everything just has to come to chaos when Braun Strowman's about, doesn't it? Literally everything must have some sort of button that Braun Strowman can click to get himself involved in and cause chaos. Well, there goes the 10 man. Now we're down to 8, and this is the last man out, I guess, Shawn Michaels. While that was going on, who was it? Ciampa, Corbin, and Naito made their way out, and now we get this one underway with these 8 men in the ring, I guess, and we're going to it right away. Reason why no one could come make the save is because I was on the other side of the arena compared to where everyone was. God, that was tough to watch. Like I said, we're getting help for Sami Callihan. I hope the guy's going to be alright, and I hope he'll be in for this Sunday. Sami Callihan is a fighter, so I imagine he will try and make sure that he does go to the Rumble, but that was really tough to watch. We're underway now in this one, and much the same as the Battle Royal that we saw on Raw, it's going to be difficult to call until we whittle it down to the final few. Swann there trying to eliminate Baron Corbin, the new 4 Horsemen member, trying to eliminate the old one. Not going to happen there, though. Jericho looking to try and get rid of Ciampa, but there. Meanwhile, Sheamus trying to get rid... Ambrose trying to get rid of Sheamus. Ciampa hanging on right now, doing a good job of it. Oh, German suplex there by Naito. Lovely job as Michaels rolls himself under the ropes. Now we're seeing Corbin and Ambrose go at one another here. Very interesting one. These two guys have had their meetings in the past over the ECW Television Championship. Ambrose hangs on there. Naito and Swann now. Can Naito get Swann out of here and get the first elimination whittled down already? Nope, Swann does a good job, stays in there. And Jericho was still dealing with Ciampa there. Corbin and Ambrose still a very hot thing going on, but there. Well, poor Tomasso Ciampa now in the hands of Sheamus. They qualified on the same night, and Ciampa is in big trouble. He just about hangs in there for a moment, but will he be hanging in there any longer? Yes, he will. Elbows his way out of it there. Corbin also with a hard elbow to let himself out. This is going to be an interesting one, especially in the case of the 4 Horsemen. You know, as the numbers start to whittle down, if they're still in it, will they help one another out, or will they go for the every man for themselves rule? We'll find out. We see Swann, they're crawling over towards Jericho. Looks like they were going to try and discuss strategy there. Swann just turned his back on Jericho and is almost leaving him. He is leaving him to the wrath of Sheamus, but there. Jericho hangs on. Swann looking to try and get rid of Michaels, maybe. Indeed he is. Will he be able to get him over the top rope? He'd be a great first elimination for him if he could. Sheamus clubbering into Jericho. The leader of the 4 Horsemen in trouble, but does a good job there and pushes himself away from the ropes to hang in there a little bit longer. Well, Sheamus and Baron Corbin, these two guys have also had their meetings in the past. They got one night stand. They engaged in a brutal matchup, which Corbin headed out with the win on. All sorts of chaos going on right now. Ciampa looking for something there on Naito, who reverses his way out of it. Reverse DDT. Jericho almost went. Oh, that was close. Very close indeed. I'm receiving word now that Sami Callihan was helped out of the arena. He's been taken to an ambulance. He's been taken to a local hospital, but he is responsive. He's conscious. Braun Strowman, meanwhile, is just pissed off somewhere. Good. Let's hope we don't see him anymore in tonight. He left enough of an impact on the ECW television champion last week that I don't want to see him around here again. Big stomp in the gut there by Naito. Not power slam, but regular slam there by Michaels on Ciampa. Looked like he was thinking about eliminating him, but he was getting a little bit too resilient. Naito in the corner now, could be in trouble here at the hands of Ambrose. Keeping a close eye on that one. Naito sinks into the bottom turnbuckle. Ambrose decides that he'll try again to eliminate him another day. With Sheamus there and Sheamus and Corbin had their hands on someone, but oh, Ambrose is out of here! Well, people thought that Ambrose could be the favourite. Well, he's just completely disproven that by being the first one eliminated. Corbin there does a good job of showing why you shouldn't overlook him ahead of this Sunday's Royal Rumble. Ambrose gone and we're down to 7 now. Michaels in the corner, has Jericho up on the top turnbuckle. Really trying to get him out of here now. Jericho hangs in there. Ciampa, the Psycho Killer, going to try and get rid of Sheamus for DIY for Johnny Gargano, but not to be. He hangs in there a little bit longer. Swann in the corner, clubbering into Naito once again. Jericho and Michaels getting really close to one another in that turnbuckle. They're going at it. Michaels is out of here. Down to 6. 2 big players gone in this one already. Ambrose and Michaels are out of here. Down to 6. Jericho has Ciampa now. And he's looking to try and get rid of him. As is Corbin with Naito. They teamed together to get each other into the Royal Rumble last week, but that's where their alliance ended. Naito hanging in there though. Swann still in this one. Ciampa still in this one. So despite being kind of underdogs, they're hanging in there. Swann up to the top rope. Dangerous place to be. Phoenix splash to Sheamus. Though how does that help him get rid of the Celtic Warrior? If anything, he's made it even more difficult for him to get him out of there now. Because he's got to essentially lift up dead weight maybe. Because that Phoenix splash is deadly. Swann has him. Take Sheamus to the turnbuckle there, and he'll try and eliminate him now. Meanwhile, Naito and Jericho dead center, middle of the ring. Rolls under the ropes there, though, does Jericho. Naito could have done something to stop it, but I guess saving some energy. Swann, meanwhile, not doing the best of jobs in trying to get Sheamus up and over that top rope there. The weight advantage really playing its part. Naito looking to lift up Ciampa there. Ciampa with a great reversal. Look at this now by the Psycho Killer. What a knee there. And Naito goes down hard. Still waiting for another elimination in this one. Been a little while since our last one. And maybe I just jinxed the hopes of Ciampa staying in there by staying that. Corbin trying to get rid of Ciampa here. Trying to look for his second elimination in this Battle Royal. Will Ciampa allow himself to be eliminated? No, slips out of it. Meanwhile, Naito just kind of watching this from down below. As Ciampa and Corbin square off with one another here. In the corner now. Ciampa lines it up and eliminates Corbin. What wow. What an elimination there for Tomasso Ciampa. Corbin out of here. That's a big one. Naito all sorts of tangled in the ropes right now. There we go, thank God. I wouldn't have known if he'd been eliminated by going over the top rope or not. There we go, ropes are sorted out. Let's see what we're going to... Oh, looks like the 4 Horsemen thinking about working together there or not. Jericho going to take a little bit of a break as we're down to 5 here. Jericho and Ciampa, the only men still in the ring who've had an elimination thus far. The other one was Ciampa, but he just got dumped out. The other one was Corbin, but he just got dumped out by Ciampa. Speaking of Ciampa, he's trying to eliminate Naito. Sheamus trying to eliminate Jericho. We could go down to 3 in a moment. Naito and Jericho hanging on their respective corners. Can they hang on much longer here? Jericho stays in, and Naito stays in as well. Ciampa had to give in there. Maybe reasons for fatigue, not wanting to let himself get too tired there. Naito now has him up against the ropes, and Ciampa's out of here. We're down to 4. Naito, Sheamus, Jericho, and Swann, the 4 Horsemen, still doing a great job of staying in this one right now. But look at these triple Irish curse backbreakers there by Sheamus. The 4 Horsemen looking for a divide and conquer strategy, and they're in a bit of trouble right now. Well, certainly Jericho is chokeslam spinebuster there by Sheamus. Swann, meanwhile, is handing it to Naito right now. Gotta give him some credit there. Naito's got no response to everything that he's being hit with here. Sheamus has Jericho. Jericho counters. And while he he only countered temporarily. Stepping Zaguri there. Jericho in huge trouble. He's teetering. Oh, but he stays in there. Sheamus looked like he let go of it then. Oh no, they are going to go at it. It is every man for themselves. The 4 Horsemen clashing. Swann and Jericho are going to go face to face here. Oh my god, Swann with the clothesline. Swann eliminates Jericho. He just eliminated his... Oh wow. I wonder if any tensions will brew in the 4 Horsemen over that one. Rich Swann just eliminated Chris Jericho. Wow, that is something. Gotta give credit there to Swann though, really living up to the every man for himself namesake there by doing what he just did. Fair play to him for doing it as well. Standing out and showing that he wants the success. He wants to do whatever it takes to win this Sunday. Meanwhile, in the ring right now, as Swann recovers, Naito and Sheamus going at it. Naito, go on. Naito has Sheamus in position here. Naito has him in. Destino, got him. And Naito's gonna, oh my god, he's gonna go for it again. Swann clawing himself up there. Naito once more. Naito. Destino. 2 to Sheamus. But Swann sneaks up on Naito there. Tilt-a-whirl DDT. Wow, this one's really heating up in the final 3. Rich Swann may take all the credit from Naito's work. He has him in his clutches here. Sheamus has got to be out. 2 Destinos. Super kick. Sheamus still in there. How? And oh, he hangs on in there. Even more. With a stuck bro kick by Sheamus. Is he about to turn everything around for being on the clutches of elimination to sending Swann out of the ring? It certainly looks that way. Swann is in for a rough landing. Look out below. Oh my god. Powerbomb to the outside. Take a look at this one on the replay. Dumped from about 7 feet up in the air to the outside, and then we're down to 2. Naito and Sheamus. Fair play. This one is really heating up. These 2 men have had oh, he's going to go for a 3rd one. Commiserations to Rich Swann, but right now on the inside, Naito in position. Naito, Destino. He got the 3rd one. Will he eliminate him after 3? He brings him in. Naito has him right where he wants him. He's just got to get Sheamus up and over that top rope. Should be easy. 3 Destinos. And still Sheamus hangs in there. The Celtic Warrior. Too tough. But look at this. He's hanging. He's clinging. Half of his body is dangling outside of the ring. Sheamus has recovered though. And he's getting out of it. God, these 2 men are fighters. You gotta say that about them. Sheamus hangs on the outside and gets back in as well. Great stuff there by the Celtic Warrior. And finally he gets another move in, dumping him there. More of just a dumping suplex than what it was a normal one. Sheamus now has him in his clutches, and here come the hard strikes from the Celtic Warrior into the chest of Naito. He may be wearing a t-shirt, but I doubt he's going to be able to cover it up that much. Big blow there in the back by Sheamus now. Naito still fighting back. I'm loving this. Naito snap German suplex there to Sheamus. Thing of beauty. Will it help him get him out of there? Is Naito going to head to the Royal Rumble with the momentum? Naito in position. Naito clothesline, and he's out of here. Naito wins it. Great stuff there for Tetsuya Naito. There is your winner. And what an interesting matchup that was. Loyalties were tested in this 8-man. And we learned that it definitely is going to be every man for themselves. Naito, your winner here. But you gotta give credit to the likes of Rich Swann, and especially Sheamus as well. Swann eliminating his own 4 Horsemen member. That is something to take into account, and we'll see if that'll make a difference to the Horsemen at all going forward. But one thing's for certain, Naito heads into this weekend much the same as Triple H over on Raw, with a big bag of momentum for him. But the big question is right now, who's going to head in? Who's going to head in with the biggest momentum, and who's heading out with that WrestleMania opportunity? We'll find out, because even though Naito won this matchup, there was a man causing chaos backstage. We may believe that he has more momentum going for him than Naito. We'll see about that this Sunday. Wow, what a way to kick things off on the show, but we're going to move on right away to the next matchup. The tag team titles are on the line. It is the 4 Horsemen of Apollo Crews and Roderick Strong against the Authors of Pain. Wow, that was one hell of a way to kick things off on ECW, but let's keep the ball rolling. We ain't stopping there. That's for sure. Jesus. Well, like I said, Sami Callihan's been taken to the hospital. Hopefully he'll be okay and you know, in shape for this Sunday. That will be found out, I guess, this Sunday. But it is a big match up next as well. We're up right now. The tag team titles up for grabs. The 4 Horsemen became the #1 contenders on the same night that the Authors of Pain won them at Guilty as Charged. They saw off the Wyatt family to win it. And now here tonight, the 4 Horsemen get their opportunity they've been waiting for. Crews and Strong, I don't think they're going to be at the same level that Jericho and Swann were just now, going at one another, but we'll see about that. Well, I don't know why we'll see about that, but you know, hopefully they can work together. Well, they're really going to need to work together to overcome this duo. The group has been showing signs of strength. The 4 Horsemen has been getting closer and closer together. These 2 men have been working better and better as a unit, and they're gonna need to, because here comes their opponents. The ECW Tag Team Champions, the Authors of Pain, led out by that man there, Paul Ellering. They destroyed AJ Styles and Shawn Michaels on their way to the titles, and now here tonight, they look to retain them. 50-50 right now on title defenses this week, it must be said, while we had the World Tag Team titles retained from the Brood. On SmackDown Live, we saw War Machine capture the WWE Tag Team titles off the Young Bucks. That being said, on both occasions, the smaller team was defeated. The Brian Kendrick and Diesel were easily overthrown by the Brood. And the Young Bucks, as much of a fight as they put up, were not enough to take care of War Machine. We'll see if there's a difference between those teams and the 4 Horsemen right now. Strong and Crews looking ready and getting a bit close to Paul Ellering. And Akam and Razor right now looking to make sure that people understand who the tag team champions are here on ECW and why this is their division. They rose to the top, and when Paul Ellering came in to take over them, they have been on an unstoppable force. They have been on a rampage ever since then. Like I said, they captured the tag team titles with relative ease at Guilty as Charged. And now they face their first title defense. The 4 Horsemen have got to work well together here. Strong, the leader more so of this duo. Crews looking to make sure that he can get his ability across, making sure that he can do a good job, making sure that he's been impressing. That has to be said ever since he joined the Horsemen. But now he's really going to need to give it his all. He may well have beat, I think it was Akam in one-on-one competition a few weeks ago, but he's going to need all of his ability against both members of the Authors of Pain. So let's see what'll happen in this one. If the Authors of Pain retain, then all three of the major brands are going to have big tag team champions to be dethroned. The Brood, War Machine, and the Authors of Pain. Let's see if that'll happen. The bell rings as Apollo Crews will start things off against Akam and immediately get brought to the ground. While when it comes to height, they're relatively the same. When it comes to weight, Apollo Crews is 240, but looks every bit of it. The Authors of Pain, meanwhile, easily clocking in at about the 300-pound range. Over 300 pounds, I think it's safe to say. But look at this. That won't throw Apollo Crews off of anything. Lifting reverse DDT there. They said Crews has shown his strength before. He beat that. I'm sure it was Akam who he beat a few weeks ago, but the Authors of Pain made sure to get their message across when they laid out Crews and Strong following their victory over, I think it was Gregory Helms and Tony Nese last week. As if to say that they stand no chance of taking the titles away from them. And right now, Akam is making sure to get that point across to the best of his ability that they won't take the titles away from them. So far, taking care of business in their usual destructive manner. Oh, what do they have in mind here? Razor brings him up. And an aided powerbomb there as Apollo Crews essentially folds over himself. And now with Razor in, Apollo Crews needs to do something big here. He needs to get some fight back going. He is getting obliterated right now. Crews sweeps the leg away there. Into a single leg Boston Crab. Can he put away... Well, I was going to say, can he put away Razor with it? Not going to be a chance, but at least he's trying there to fight on. Pushed back there to the Authors of Pain corner. And an elbow drop. Will stop giving him any chance of crawling towards Roddy Strong. Roddy Strong, no, sorry, Apollo Crews still trying to fight there. Twisting neck breaker. Brings down Razor and gives him one of the first chances in this matchup against subs to get Roddy Strong in. Will he get what he wants? Yes, he will. Tag made. Strong is in here. The Horsemen going to work. Double back suplex into a neck breaker. What a tag team move there. As Roddy is now the legal man in this one. And look at this strength from Roddy. Pound for pound strength is what it is. That was something to behold there. That's a long way away for you to fly as well. Roddy, whether or not he was going to hit it now is irrelevant because Razor getting out of the way there. Back to business for the Authors of Pain. Just a different body to beat up. Oh my god, the knees into the gut there of Strong. Repeatedly, and then a double gut buster. And now Akam is the legal man. Roddy in big trouble here. Paul Ellering watching on, and you know he's enjoying this. This is exactly what he wanted to see from his Authors of Pain. But Roddy Strong will not give in. Continue to fight back here. STO brings down Akam. But he's in the turnbuckle of the Authors of Pain, and I think Roddy just realized that. Drags him away a little bit. He needs to really have them in the Four Horsemen's corner. If you notice as well with the Authors of Pain, they have been making pretty frequent tags. Only one tag has been made for the Four Horsemen, and oh my god, Roddy dumped there with that German suplex. Akam just able to launch around Roddy Strong and do whatever he wants with him right now. And he is enjoying every moment of it. Strike there, but Roddy responds with a forearm of his own here. Roddy's got to use his shots here. Got to use his hard strikes more so than his backbreakers to bring this man down. All of those struck, and a running clothesline will bring him down. Good bit of work there by Roddy. Thought very tactically there, but slowing down the pace I don't think is a strong idea at all. Roddy, though, brings up Akam. He was hoping for something big there, but Akam just put the brakes on that one, denying any chance of a big comeback there for Roddy. Oh, snake eyes for him. And uh-oh, this is looking closer to the end now. Russian leg sweep for Strong. And Ellering cheers them on. He knows what he wants his Authors of Pain to hit next, and they're going to hit it. The Four Horsemen waited so long for this shot, and it may well have just ended. The last chapter will finish this. Razor into the cover. Apollo Crews ducks under the clothesline and breaks the save. Great bit of work there by Crews, keeping his team alive. But now sent out of the ring. A 2-on-1 advantage, really breaking things up here. Really getting things going for the Authors. Roddy stumbles out of the turnbuckle and Razor missed the chance to run him down. Roddy here, fighting on, high knee there, and Razor goes down. Roddy may well be on his own, but that ain't going to stop him from fighting. Oh, hard elbow there though by Razor, and here come the strikes once more, on the money, as hard as you like, to boot along with them. Irish whip now, and a big elbow. Didn't really get all of it, but Roddy, I think, is just so worn out right now that fighting back is just beyond tough for him. Big forearm shot, though. He has still got some fight left in him. He is still trying his all as Crews pulls himself up there on the outside. Big clothesline there. And Apollo Crews needs to get in the turnbuckle now. Apollo Crews needs to get over there. Roddy needs to make the tag into him here. The Four Horsemen could stand a chance of fighting back if the tag can be made. Oh, and look at that there by Razor. Does his best to deny that chance from happening. Sends him into his own turnbuckle. And he hits both of them. There goes Crews once more. Razor pummeling now into Roderick Strong. Well, this is getting tough to watch. Like I said, this is a team that has chomped at the bit to get their hands on them. And it has to be said, they are in an uphill battle. They're trying, they're giving it their all, but it ain't easy. Big running shoulder tackle there, and oh no. Oh, he's warming up the arm. I think I know what that means. A big running lariat. And it looks like they may swap roles this time round. Let's see what Akam's clothesline's got going for him. In position once more. The last chapter connects again. Into the pin goes Akam. There goes Apollo Crews. There's 2. There's 3. The Authors of Pain have done it, and in a dominant fashion as well. That was destructive. They limited the Four Horsemen to one tag. One whole tag between them. There are some things that are just too destructive to put into words. And this was one of them. They destroyed them. They destroyed the Four Horsemen. They were the #1 contenders because they fought off the hardest challenge possible and they showed that they could do it. And the Authors of Pain just walked over them like they were absolutely nothing. That says a lot. That really does say a lot. Well, there you are, still your ECW Tag Team Champions, the Authors of Pain. And whoever wants to step up next in the firing line, best of luck. You're really going to need it. Well, coming up next was supposed to be Aleister Black against Drew McIntyre, but that's off the cards now, sadly. So we're going to move on to our next one. Coming up next, instead, we're going to have a big match, that's for certain. Coming up next, we're going to see AJ Styles and Samoa Joe one-on-one. It's a shame that we didn't get to see that match take place, but if Drew McIntyre wants to play like a spoiled brat, then whatever. Come this Sunday, he's gonna pay for it. Anyway, let's get into this one. We wanted to see this match last week. We get it here tonight. Joe and Styles one-on-one. It's going to be a big one, that's for certain. These two men have wanted to get their hands on each other for a little while now. Samoa Joe kind of started it all off, kind of got the ball rolling a few weeks ago, and after beating the tag team partner of AJ Styles in Shawn Michaels, he, after the match, proceeded to choke him out again with another Coquina clutch. AJ Styles said he'd deal with him in due time on the same night. And then Samoa Joe came out and said he wanted to face the winner of Seth Rollins and AJ Styles. He was the one who wanted to make the real challenge. And when AJ Styles beat Seth Rollins, it was set to be Styles and Joe last week in the main event, but that just didn't end up happening because of Drew McIntyre's assault. He went on to win the triple threat, but it was Joe and Styles who was the real talking point, consistently going at one another, consistently wanting to attack one another. And now tonight they get to settle it, albeit just a few days before the Royal Rumble, while half of the field is in action here tonight. Samoa Joe and AJ Styles certainly are. And I don't think it matters to them how close the Royal Rumble is. They will do anything to fight one another. They just want to get their hands on each other. They just want to beat smoke into the other, and they have no problem doing it either. AJ Styles comes towards the ring here. I don't believe he was pinned last week in the triple threat match. I think Joe was pinned, but I think it was a Styles clash from AJ that led to the victory, if I remember correctly. I think McIntyre stole the pin from Styles on Joe. But in that matchup, Joe also got busted open as well and endured some of the hardest moves that he possibly could to continue fighting. And now here tonight, there's going to be no outside interference. There's going to be no third party to worry about. It is just Samoa Joe and AJ Styles going one-on-one with each other. And I know I'm liking this one a lot already. AJ Styles and Joe, of course, will meet this Sunday for the ECW Championship in that fatal four-way. And I know I've been saying as of late that Seth Rollins didn't have to be pinned to lose his ECW Championship. Seth Rollins didn't have to, the champion's advantage was out of the window. Well, when the contracts were signed for that ECW Championship matchup, I decided to make an adjustment to it, and an adjustment that has been made as well. This Sunday we will be seeing a fatal four-way match, yes, but it will not be one fall. It will be a fatal four-way elimination match. Meaning, when you're pinned, you're eliminated, but the match continues on. And whoever gets the final pin is the winner. So that way, to make it in the interest of fairness, Seth Rollins doesn't have to be pinned to lose the ECW Championship. If Joe pins Styles, Styles is eliminated. Nothing more. The match continues on until we have a winner, until we have an ECW champion. That's gonna, I'm proud of that one, and I think it'll make the match even bigger as well, because now people won't have to run around every moment and worry about a potential 3 count being made. They won't have to break up a pinfall every second. They can let it happen, and then they can just continue on their punishment with their other opponent, and it may also bring an advantage. Say one person is eliminated, then the person, then one man may be able to get themselves a bit of rest, may be able to get themselves a few moments to recover before going right back to it in their battle for the victory. I'm a smart general manager for a reason. I manage the A show for a reason. It's decisions like that that make it so. But anyway, right now, we have this match going on. Yes, Joe and AJ Styles going at it. It has been back and forth and hard-hitting moves by both from the very start. A lot of strikes have come out to play. And that's almost to be expected from both guys. They do enjoy their hard strikes. Pele kick there by Styles. Thing of beauty. Followed it up there with an elbow drop. Didn't really get all of it though. But this one's still continuing on here. These two men are going all out for the victory no matter what. They don't care if they get hurt. They'll fight through any pain in front of them. AJ Styles with quick speed, gets himself up to the top rope here, and he flies Hurricanrana, no chance, caught, in trouble, and hung out to dry with a stun gun. If I was Joe, I would have just powerbombed him on the ropes there. That would have done a bit of damage, but the stun gun certainly did get a kick out anyway at an early count of 1. Joe, though, going back to the hard strikes, elbows into the chest, into the heart, essentially, of AJ Styles. That was a great catch, though, by Joe to get him out of midair like that. This one, as I said, been back and forth from the start, and that is very much the case here. Look at the strength from AJ Styles. Torture rack into a powerbomb. Cover on Joe. Gonna look to try and put him away with it, but Joe kicks out at 2. Very unorthodox. That has to be said. These two men have had some great battles in the past, both inside and outside of this universe, and they're looking to continue it on here with another one tonight. Up to the top rope goes AJ Styles. Samoa Joe slowly trying to crawl himself to his feet here. Will this one work out a little bit better than the Hurricanrana? Forearm there from the second rope by AJ. May not have been the phenomenal forearm, but he's hoping it's enough for victory. It was far from it. AJ Styles now looking to try and slow down the pace a little bit here. Side headlock locked in on... Oh, sorry, not a side headlock. A chin lock stitched in on Samoa Joe. Joe, though, hard strikes, and he's out of it. Big spinning back fist there, though, by AJ. Very quick there to think that one through. Brings him in here. Top rope guillotine there. Hangs him out to dry, and he's on the apron. He's right where he wants to be to potentially finish this one right here, right now. Joe in trouble. Phenomenal forearm by Styles. The move that got AJ Styles into this fatal 4-way. Will they have him beat Joe here tonight? Oh, it was so close. That referee's hand was about to hit 3. Joe left it until the very last moment to kick out there, and Styles has to continue fighting now. What a kick out there by Joe as this one continues on now. Joe's got to get some offense on the go. He is really taking a hammering. Uh-oh, back suplex, got all of it. Cover here by Joe now. He looks for the victory. Kick out there at 1, though, by Styles. I think Joe there's a part of me that thinks that Joe enjoys getting beaten up. It kind of brings out a further fit of rage within him. So it's why he allows himself to be attacked so many times in the match. So when it gets to the later stages, he can apply even more pain as payback for all that he's taken. And he's demonstrating it here. The trio of suplexes, straight jacket to end it. Doesn't go for the cover though, but AJ Styles folded over himself. And Samoa Joe, much like he did to his tag team partner, is going to have to finish him off. Look to make him tap out. Kakina clutches locked in here. Styles with nowhere to go. In the clutches of Samoa Joe. Is he gonna find his way out? Can he get his way out of this at all? It's not going to be an easy feat. The longer he's in this, the less air he has to breathe, the less ability he has to fight on. But Joe can't get him to tap out. Styles gets out of it. This one stays alive. And look at that, right up to his feet and right back into the swing of things. Powerbomb, hooks it over there with an amazing cover, but Joe's at it too. My goodness, what a match this has been by both men. Styles on the apron, springboard, 450. He got all of it. This back and forth nature has really been adding to this matchup, and Styles still can't put away Joe just yet. Look for something there, and Joe just muscled his way out of it. Into another cover. Here goes Joe looking for the victory. Kind of weird that the ref let that one go for so long before calling the rope break. I guess maybe he saw it right to the end. I'm not too sure. Big counter there though by Joe. Right in the ribs. Forearm shot there by Styles though is his response. And what will we see now in the corner? Another hard chop there for him to endure. AJ Styles been breaking out all the agile moves, and he's going up to the top rope again here. Big frog splash there. Cover after it, really looking to try and put away Joe. Joe still able to kick out at 2. But the thing is, the more cover Styles does, the the more he is wearing out Samoa Joe in this one, and the easier he may make it himself to win. But Joe has decided he doesn't want to think about that. He doesn't want to make it easier for him. The trifecta on their way again. And the third German suplex, the straitjacket suplex rather, lands. He got absolutely all of that one, and he's going to work on the neck. I think he wants Joe to tap. He wants Styles to tap. He wants him to give in. That is what he seeks more than anything, is the sweet relief of someone submitting to his clutches. Styles is still trying to fight here, but it's looking more and more difficult with every moment that passes, though. Styles gets out of that one, and Styles rolling through you with Joe. Calf crusher on Joe. But rope break, really? I think the referee made an incorrect call there, unless we couldn't see from that camera angle and Samoa Joe was able to get his foot off the ropes, but it didn't look like it. Styles rolls through. Great agility. Hurricanrana there to Joe. Oh, the calf crusher may not have been enough. Styles was still in control of this one. That changed rather quickly. Spinning back fist there by Joe. God, these two men. Spinning back fist of his own there by Styles. Rolls through. Pele kick by Styles. These two men are bringing the very best out of each other here. It's been back and forth since the very moment the bell rung. But these men know that only one of them can win it here. Collision between the two. Styles mistimed it, and he's paying for it. Hard forearm, spun around. German suplex. No, he gets out of it. Styles escapes it there, and he's going to look for the powerbomb. Way up and down. Oh, but Styles is looking to finish it now. No more games with Joe. Styles wants to head into this Sunday with all the momentum. Going the way of the phenomenal one. Fireman's carry neck breaker. We know what's next. And Styles looking to put an exclamation point on his path to being ECW champion for a second time. AJ Styles. Styles clash. Cover. 1, 2. Oh, Joe kicked out. And Styles looks on in shock. But he won't let it get the best of him. AJ Styles on the apron. He's ready to finish this now. See you at the Royal Rumble. AJ Styles, phenomenal forearm into the open wound of Joe. He has hit him with almost everything he could. This has to be the end. Cover now. 1, 2, 3. AJ Styles just beat Samoa Joe. What a matchup that one was by both men, though. Doing anything to get momentum heading into the Rumble. But it's AJ Styles who celebrates the victory in this one. Big win for Styles. But do not forget about who you're trying to take that title away from this Sunday. Here's the man who you're going to try and take it away from. Here is Seth Rollins. Rollins going after Styles as revenge for losing to him a few weeks ago, or to send a message to everyone. In that fatal four-way this Sunday, Joe walks off. Styles, meanwhile, is in big trouble. Oh, this ain't looking good. Oh, Diamond Cutter! Oh, sweet relief. The best Diamond Cutter you could see, executed by Seth Rollins. And this goes out to you all. Curb stomp by Styles. Joe, McIntyre, AJ Styles, you better pay attention to who the ECW champion is around here. It's Seth freaking Rollins, and he does not have any intentions whatsoever of waving goodbye to that ECW championship this Sunday. Elimination match it may be, but Seth Rollins will be the last man standing. There is your champion. And they will still be your champion after this Sunday. Seth Rollins has sent his message in the firmest way possible. And he has laid out AJ Styles here tonight to confirm it. Can't wait for that matchup. Cannot wait to see it. But here comes another match that I can't wait to see, and it's the main event. It's up next. Submission match for the Cruiserweight Championship. These two men have made many tap out to their finishing maneuvers, but who will submit first tonight? Who will be going home with the Cruiserweight Championship? Is it Neville? Is it Austin Aries? The answer is up next. Oh, let's do this thing. Let us do this. Austin Aries returned at guilty as charged, won the opportunity to challenge for any title he wanted on ECW, but he chose the Cruiserweight title. He said he was done with Neville ruling over this division, and he plans to stop it here tonight. Let's see if Aries is going to be able to do it. Aries is going up against, and I believe I am right in saying this, the longest reigning current champion in the universe today. No one has held a title longer in this universe than Neville. He won his title at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view in July, and he has held that title ever since. Seen off every comer, including Austin Aries. But now tonight, it is all about the marbles. It is all about the Cruiserweight Championship. It is all about trying to bring that kingdom down, and that throne. Will it fall tonight with Neville sitting on top, and will the greatest man that ever lived hold that Cruiserweight crown once again? I have given him the main event because of how well I know these two men and how well I know this match will go. This one's going to be a good one. These two men have got to do their very best to make the other one submit by any means necessary. Oh, I am ready. I am ready for this one. Here comes Neville towards the ring. Like I said, he has overcome everyone to earn the moniker, the King of the Cruiserweights. And let's see what he will do tonight to retain that title. He has overcome them all. DIY, they fell. Austin Aries has fallen before. Rich Swann has fallen. You name a cruiserweight, and they have fallen to this man. Neville is ready for this one. Over these last few months, he's been bringing out the rings of Saturn for the submission victories. Austin Aries has relied on the last chancery for some time now. But tonight in this main event, it is not about their other moves. It is not about the Red Arrow. It is not about the Brainbuster. It is about those submission moves. Who can make the other one tap out and go home with the Cruiserweight Championship? I guess that is the answer. I guess that is the question rather, and the answer we are due to get by the end of this matchup. Austin Aries has been waiting for this shot now for a long time. He even got under Neville's skin last week by making him tap out. He wanted the match to be a submission match, and he got it. Neville clutches on to his crown there. But will we see a new champion tonight? This one's going to be good. I am amped. I am ready. I am pumped for this one. Neville will not let that title go. You know that's the case. But he has got to make Austin Aries tap out to win it. So let's see if he can. Both men know what is up for grabs here. Both men have held that crown before. But only one man will be walking out with the title. Which one will it be? Austin Aries or Neville? Without further ado, this one's underway. And here we go. These two men just swinging wildly from the start at one another. The pentabanger and aggression. Oh, God! Already coming out to play. And Neville already resorting to desperate tactics. Tiger suplex there. And Neville working on the arm right away. Trying to soften it up for the rings of Saturn. And trying to take away Austin Aries' ability to lock in an effective last chancery as well. But Aries is going to fight back here. Big fight back there to get himself out of it. Hard blow into the ribs. And Aries now sends him teetering over the top rope. And this is what, of course, he'll be going after. Tweaking that neck, doing damage to it. Trying to soften it up as much as he possibly can. The last chancery. Neville now, big knee into the... Aries with a big knee into the back. Just trying to take away bits and pieces from the Cruiserweight champion. Neville does a good job there to fight back. Spinning heel kick there, and he's going to go to the back himself there. Let's see what either man will do for victory. Good counter there, though, by Austin Aries. Brings him up on his shoulders. Not looking good for him. Fireman's carry cutter there by Aries. Every move that Austin Aries does to the skull can bring him closer and closer to making him submit to the last chancery. Of course, just because I said don't worry about the red arrow, don't worry about the brainbuster, that doesn't mean that we won't see them here tonight. Neville's going to fly. Oh! Didn't get all of it, but certainly smacked Aries on the head there. No countouts in this one, of course. But at the same time, you can't win with a submission on the outside, but you can certainly wear down your opponent on the outside. That's for certain, with everything out there. And that is exactly what Neville's doing here. Oh, what's he going to do? No, no, no. Oh, just lawn darted him into that ring pole. Jesus Christ, Neville just sent him head first into it, but Aries is still fighting back here. Reverse DDT on the outside now. Uh-oh, and now Neville gets a receipt. Into the ring pole, he'll go this time. Austin Aries now in control in this one. Maybe a bit of commentator's curse there as Neville brings them back into the ring on the apron. Yeah, big drop kick there, and Neville brings them both down. Austin Aries has got to try and come back now for being lawn darted into the ring pole, but Neville's making it tough on him. He's really doing a number on him, and he's going after the arm here. Armbar here by Neville. Once again, trying to look to take away the last chancery, but weaken it as well for the Rings of Saturn. Neville, not successful at all, though. Aries is making sure that by no means will he tap out. Neville in trouble. Crossface here. Can Neville make it to the ropes? Can he get out of it? He's quite close to them. And he does make the ropes. And look at this now. Going out to the apron to try and find a way to get a moment to recover in this one. Aries was going to allow him, but Neville just played possum. Oh, well, he might backfire. It might backfire on him. Big strike there. Up on top now. Aries. Hurricanrana. And down they go. Austin Aries now has the momentum on his side. He's going to bring him into the turnbuckle. I think I know what he's got in mind for Neville. Neville found the way out of it. He was looking for the discus 5-arm, but it was countered. Neville now. Tornado DDT. Neville bringing him close to the ropes here. He's going to go to the top rope again, will Neville. What can we see from him in this one? Oh, inverted 450 he went for, but Aries got out of the way of it. Standing shooting star press now. These guys starting to bring out some more Cruiserweight-esque maneuvers to try and assist them in their victory. Chin lock here applied. The knee digging into the back of the Cruiserweight champion. But Neville will not submit. He gets himself out of that one. Uh-oh, he might not be in that much safety. Up on his shoulders here. In for a powerbomb. No, in for a face-first trip into the turnbuckle. That is for certain. Big knee as well to follow up. They are really going to work on softening each other up for their respective submission maneuvers. That's for certain. Neville rolls through there. And oh, super kick by Aries. Good God, he got all of that one. Neville looks like he's almost out cold by it now. Calling him up here. Could Austin Aries be on his way to the Cruiserweight title here? Hurricanrana, no response from the champ right now. Austin Aries is feeling it. The crowd here in New Jersey feeling it. They want Aries to be their champion. Into the chinlock again he goes here. Nowhere for Neville to go with the knee dug into his back, but he gets out of this one quicker than the last one. Drop kick to the knee. Missed it. Big elbow there in the back of the head. Aries though, big Russian leg sweep there by Neville to get himself out of it. What could we see? Neville's going to the top rope again. Didn't work out for him before, but could have worked out for him this time. Neville! Red arrow! Red arrow! He got all of that red arrow. And now he's looking for a chinlock of his own to retain the title here. Aries in trouble. Can he put him away with it? Is the question though. Can he finish this off? Can he retain his title right here, right now? Aries says no. He's still in this one. Elbow in the back of the head once more. Austin Aries now. Aries has him in. Brainbuster! You know what's next. No, Neville with an eye rake to get himself out of it. Oh, that I gotta give, as much as I don't really want to because it wasn't the most respectable of moves, you gotta give Neville credit there for knowing where he was and what he had to do to counter his way out of it. However, with a red arrow already struck, could Austin Aries have lost some fight? Could Neville be in for an easier trip to retaining his title? He misses the shooting star. Went for the shooting star press. Aries got out of the way of it. Aries now. The neck breaker. He rolls through. Last chancery. Last chancery. Will he submit? Will he tap out? Is the Cruiserweight title coming home to the greatest man that ever lived? Neville says no. Just getting his way out of it. Oh, this has been something else to behold. By both men here. Numerous submissions, but neither submits to the other. This is what it means to both men to be Cruiserweight champion. DDT there, and the king is bleeding. Neville's busted open. And his Cruiserweight championship is suddenly in jeopardy. Neville will take it to the top rope once more now. Oh, went for the elbow drop, and again he can't hit it. Again Aries moves out of the way. And again Aries will go to that chin lock. Now with Neville busted open, could there be a greater chance of him making him tap out? Not right now. Oh, this is looking dangerous. Sidewalk slam. So quick with it as well. Another standing shooting star press as well. Big counter though by Neville. And now Neville has Aries reeled in here, up and done with a brainbuster of his own. Payback to Aries for that one. He brings him to the middle of the ring. Oh no, this could be it. This could be it. Neville locks the arms in. Rings of Saturn applied. Will he tap out? Will Aries tap out to the Rings of Saturn in the middle of the ring? Is Neville set to continue his reign as champion here? Aries is trying to fight out, and Aries is out. Aries gets out of the hold into the open wound. These two men are giving everything for this crown. Aries, crossface, middle of the ring. Neville trying to get himself out of it. Desperation sinking in for the champ, but he escapes the crossface. This has been an incredible main event. Neville fought out of the... wow, I keep on getting the names confused. Aries fought out of the Discus 5-arm. Not the Discus 5-arm. The Rings of Saturn, and has stayed alive in this one. But for how much longer does he stand a chance of still being in this one? For how much longer can Aries stay in it? Will he be able to put away Neville before it's too late, or will Neville put him away and secure that Cruiserweight crown as his own? He misses the moonsault. That was make or break there, I feel like, for Aries, and he certainly didn't get all of it. Back to the head here. Oh, the Regal Plex at such a high angle as well. And a standing corkscrew moonsault there by Neville. That is the agility of this man, the athleticism second to none. But Aries reverses him, sends him into the turnbuckle. Great reversal there by Aries. Oh, Neville in trouble. No, countered. Look at that by Aries. Incredible bit of work there. And now Aries has him up on his shoulders in the fireman's carry position. Rolls through there with a fireman's carry sent on. Aries, Indian Deathlock applied. Trying everything to put away Neville here, but oh god, what a strike there by Neville to say hell no, he's not tapping out to that move. Neville going to look for it again, slides through the legs of Aries. This time he gets what he wants. Hurricanrana and Aries goes down. How much more can either man give in this main event? How much more can Neville afford to bleed before he has to give away his title? Crossface again here by Aries. Neville will not give in. You've got to give the champ credit for that much. He has proven that he will not submit at all. Aries though, great. Flipping arm drag. No way, no way. He brings him in, neck breaker. He's following through with it. Last chancery, last chancery. Neville with nowhere to go. And with the blood pouring down his head. Neville taps! Neville taps! Neville gives in! We got a new Cruiserweight champion! And it's the greatest man that ever lived! Austin Aries holds the gold! The king has been knocked off his throne! He has done it! It seemed like no one could overcome Neville. But Austin Aries, on this night, in this arena, on this ECW, just made himself the Cruiserweight champion and just put himself right up there with some of the top stars on ECW. 6 months as champion, and it all falls to a submission. The last chancery, and congratulations go to Austin Aries, the new Cruiserweight champion. What a match, but don't think that Aries is done with Neville yet. There is still some ways to go. That'll end this episode, Universe. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, guys, and ta-ra.